Are you running webinars that no one shows up to or it's not generating leads? In this video, I will show you exactly how to design a webinar that actually converts for your MSP to not only get you new leads in the door, but also those old, dead, stagnant leads to get them re-engaged and bring them over to being a customer. How are you doing? My name is Harrison Barron from growth-generators.com. We help MSPs grow, whether that's teaching you how to sell your services so you can charge more money, teaching you how to generate an unlimited number of leads, just like this video, into your business. If you'd like to learn more, head over to growth-generators.com. We have everything from programs for you and your MSP, resources. There's tons and tons of resources. We're working more on vendor perks. There's also some really, really cool stuff. Some vendors are putting out some very specific things for the Discord. If you'd like to check out the Discord, it's completely free. You can go to under resources tab, Discord, or growth-generators.com/Discord. You can grab our podcast on the go and truly a bunch more stuff. Also, if you're interested in attending ScaleCon, I'm not paid to mention this, but if you do want to go to ScaleCon, I believe I have an offer code growth50. It gets you $50 off your ticket. I am going to be speaking there. I'm super, super excited about it. So I would love to see you guys at that and come say hi. I'm super friendly in person. Would love to see you guys. And it is truly, truly the coolest thing ever. So let's talk about your webinars, because I've given webinars, I've seen people give webinars, and I was just on an MSP webinar the other day, just as a bystander. I said, let me see what they're doing. And this was a fairly established MSP. And let me tell you, it was rough, right? The goal is to run a webinar to build our pipeline, right? And our pipeline is basically that think about like Mario back in the day, right? He has a pipe and we want leads to just be spewing out of that all the time. Almost to the point where, or hopefully to the point where we could just pick and choose our favorite customers. That's what we want. And webinars really do work. And I'm going to give you some secret sauce at the end of this about how to use webinars in perpetuity. But you got to bear with me. We got to go over the basics of it. But that's the goal, right? We want to generate and build a great webinar so we can just consistently have new leads coming into the business that are hopefully going to become customers if they are a good fit for you and your business. Now, I've talked about a lot of things that MSPs do wrong in the past and how to fix those webinars, but I've never actually given you the secret sauce on how to actually do it. So I've pulled up a little thing here. I'm just going to go through some of these steps, and I've just done it in Canva. I'm not like going to make a webinar or anything like that. But step one, we have to nail the topic and target audience. And this is something I see all the time. MSPs make these crazy webinars and they don't convert because they're trying to cast a giant net, and casting a giant net is fine. But if you're a fisherman, casting a net is probably not going to catch, I don't know, a whale, a marlin, the things that you really, really want, right? The clients that you really want, those really trophy fish, in this case, those amazing, amazing clients. We have to make sure that we nail down, like it says, the topic that we want to talk about, something that's super, super interesting. For example, at ScaleCon, I'm going to be speaking about AI, right? But that's we know, or I know, that MSPs really want to know about AI, which is super helpful. And then we have to find that target audience. The target audience part, think about your favorite customer there is. What can you make? What webinar, what idea, what topic? Let's start with a topic. Would that customer have loved to see before they started signing you checks? That is exactly what we need. We need not cybersecurity risks. How cybersecurity can help make sure your title company stays secure even when there's a threat. Something where somebody gets to sink their teeth into it. Cloud migrations are not as scary as you think it is for your law firm. Things that really get to people. It could be an ROI, there could be how to, uptime, cybersecurity, backups, disaster recovery, whatever it is. But we have to find a great topic and we have to pair it with the right person. If those two don't link up and join together, the rest of this video doesn't matter. It doesn't mean you can't make more than one webinar, but we have to make sure that we have something that is exciting. I saw another MSP a while back, and that's what prompted this whole thing. They were like, we're going to give a co-pilot webinar. And it was more bland than saltine crackers with no salt on them. I mean, it was brutal sitting through that. An absolute snooze fest. So the people that even were interested probably aren't going to be that excited because, yeah, they found it interesting. And just in the opening, not that the topic shifted, but it was so surface level, it hurt watching it. And that brings me to the next step. We have to make sure that we structure our webinar for a conversion. And what does that actually mean, right? We have to make sure that when we build this webinar, we want to make sure that we put in our unique insight. We don't want to use vendor slides because the vendor is there to sell their stuff. We need to sell our stuff. We need to make sure that we're teaching and not pitching. The person that attends it wants to see it. I actually was just on a webinar the other day, and actually quite literally yesterday, and the whole webinar was just an entire pitch. I didn't learn anything. It was horrible. One of the salespeople actually called me and they're like, "What'd you think?" And I go, that was terrible. That was just a 2 hour long sales pitch. It was not great, to be honest. It's from somebody pretty famous. It's crazy. You have to make sure that you have that idea, understand how it's going to impact that customer, and then teach them, give them value before you try to sell them and your services and offer your solution, right? We want to take it and bridge into our solution, but we want to make sure that when somebody stops watching it, they go, that was really, really helpful. And this can be done with engaging stories. This could be done with statistics, visuals. There's tons of information out there on every single thing that we could possibly think of. We want to make sure that we leverage that inside of our webinar. Otherwise, if we don't structure it correctly for the conversion, where we think about what do we want this person to learn, to go through an experience before they come out on the other side to hopefully become a lead, to be ready to spend money with us. And if we don't think about it like that, you're just going to lose them. And we're only on step 2 and we still have a bunch of steps left. By the way, if you're enjoying this video, if you could hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell, I love the heck out of you as always. It is greatly, greatly appreciated. It just helps the channel grow and for me to impact more MSPs out there. And before anyone's like, I don't want other people to know about it, more MSPs, I promise you, is going to be more better for the entire industry. I promise, I promise, I promise. So let's talk about step 3, design engaging points, right? We have to make sure that we use something interesting. You got to think about it, right? Look at your desk right now. It doesn't matter if you're watching this on your phone. Don't be watching it while you're driving. It doesn't matter if you're listening to this at the gym, wherever you're deciding to, or you're watching me on your computer, wherever you may be. Just take a look around. Think of all the things that are a distraction. One of the most important ones being right here, a cell phone, right? And I have a giant monitor with 3 individual screens of things that I could be looking up. The other person on the other end of that webinar probably has similar stuff. So we have to make sure that we make it some kind of engaging. We have to have engagement points, things where people go, oh, that's interesting. Asking questions, little Q&A in between, live chats. Hey, by the way, leave me a thumbs up if this is making sense to you. If it's not, leave me a thumbs down, right? Whatever it is. Polls are another great one. It gives people a reason to say, oh, I need to re-engage with it. It makes a massive, massive difference when it comes to your webinar. Also, use some stories in there and analogies. This is huge because we want to make sure that we keep our audience awake and involved. And we want to make sure that throughout this process, we sprinkle a little bit of authority without being salesy. We want to show that we're the best because we are the best. You're the best. You're watching this channel. You are literally the best, right? So we have to make sure that we bring that to them. And not be like we are the best, but we have to sprinkle a little bit of authority in there. But we can accomplish a lot of this through storytelling, through what are called third-party stories, things that you've seen or you've heard stories from other people that you might have helped. So a client that was like, "Oh my goodness, thank you for deploying this or getting us back up and running because somebody decided to plug in a USB drive," whatever it is, right? These are important things to go through, and they make a massive, massive difference in your business. So you have to engage, or you have to have those engagement points and engaging points throughout the entire thing. Because remember, especially if you're offering this on like a 4 o'clock, people are checked out. They're at the end of the day, they're looking at it just ready to go home, right? We want to make it exciting. This is why I stand, I throw my hands around. I want to make sure that even if you're watching a video or you're listening, you're super engaged with it. And you have to do the exact same thing. I will also, little spoiler, it does take practice, okay? Full transparency there. But you're never going to do it unless you start actually doing it. So let's get into step 4 because I think step 4 is super important as well. We need a call to action that actually converts because I think a lot of us kind of forget that there's a call to action, right? And my call to action is like, subscribe, notify, right? All the things down below the video. If you're listening to the podcast, hopefully a 5-star review when you're done driving, hopefully, whatever it may be. We have to have something that we can tell people that we want them to do. So, some quick examples: book a call with us, download a free resource after this, check out maybe a demo of a new software that we're deploying out, whatever it is, right? But we also want to make sure that we stress a little bit of urgency. We don't want to put them in a chokehold and just say, I want you to do. No, calm down. We want there to be urgency and hopefully a little bit of clarity with this whole thing. They have to say, oh, okay, what do I get out of this? And why do I need to do it right now? And those were terrible snaps. But if you can bring those things together with that, you are going to crush it. You want just a couple, one, maybe two calls to action, nothing more. If in my videos, I say go to growth-generators.com, I give you a couple options and that's it. I could go through and say, hey, by the way, check out our programs, MSP Heroes, the Launchpad's ideal for new MSPs. While you're there, learn about MSPs, who we are, check out our testimonials, check out our amazing sponsors or sponsors that we've had in the past. Also, some of the services that we offer, right? We offer 4 and we're working on more services and all of the resources, including the upcoming. I don't do that. It's too much, right? You want 1 or 2. When somebody goes through, what do you want them to do? If they're not ready to book a call with you or just say, hey, let's get a discovery call going just so you could see what they're working with, great. And if they don't want that, maybe a second call to action, preferably another tutorial, a demo, a guide, something that says, hey, I'm not quite ready to book a meeting with you, but I'd like to learn a little bit more about the business. Or, you know what, this all sounds good. Let's book a call. That works tremendously well. And I've seen it work for MSPs, which is why I'm telling you this, because I'm bringing you all the secrets here. All right. And now we have step 5, which is probably the most, I shouldn't even say probably, it is the most important step. All right. I'm going to go back to my Canva here. Step 5, we have to promote and follow up. Now, you're probably like, why is step 5 promotion? Shouldn't promotion be first? Kind of. You're still going to have to build all this first. But the moment you actually build it, you build the whole thing, this is the action step, right? We're talking about building a webinar. Now is the time. You have this great idea, you have your audience, you have all these great things that are going to be happening. But we need to get people to show up. So how do we do that? Right? You can send emails. You can cold email if you're that kind of person. LinkedIn's a great place. A LinkedIn event is another great place. You can use Alignable as an event as well. You can cold call people. You can cold call people and just say, look, no sales. I just want to invite you to a webinar that we're offering. You're guaranteed to learn something. And if you don't, something crazy. I'll buy you coffee, whatever it is. You could partner with other businesses. It doesn't You can partner with your BNI, you can partner with your Latip, you can partner with potentially software companies that might have leads in that area. The list goes on and on, but partnership is fantastic as well. Social media content is another one. Maybe you want to just send out an email notification with a little like, hey, this is Harrison. We're doing a little video. Come check it out. Or we're doing a webinar. And you give them a little video of yourself, a little 30, 60 seconds to get them excited. But now I talked about promotion and follow up. And I think follow up is where most MSPs, I wish I had a ball on my desk, but most MSPs completely drop the ball. They're like, all right, sounds great. Thanks so much. If you're interested, book a call, and that's it. That's the craziest thing in the world. What if they just got busy? Their kid is having a baby or just found out they just got engaged. There's a million things that happen. I talk about it all the time in the sales videos. The cell phone, your work phone, is a secret weapon. Use it to call people. Hey, what'd you think of the webinar? What'd you like? What'd you not like? Take some notes. Did you find it valuable? What do you think we could do better? What could use improvement? Where do you think we maybe over delivered or maybe under delivered on? Let us know. We would love to make it better. Now you know in the future how to make it better. You're getting feedback, so they feel like they're a part of the whole thing. But also, maybe they got super busy or they had a really important call, whatever it is. Pipe burst at the house. There's a million things that happen in people's lives. They just had to run. They didn't even have a chance to book a meeting with you. Pick up the phone. I know it's going to kill you. I know this phone weighs, I don't know, 14 ounces. It's a lot of work to get it to your ear. That's why they make earplugs or earbuds. So you can put the earbuds in. You don't even have to lift the thing. You can actually just keep it here and type in all the phone numbers. It's amazing what technology would do. That little curl right there will get you. I totally understand that. But if you follow up, the fortune is in the follow up. There's so much money to be made in this. You have to make sure that you follow up. Now, in the beginning of this video, I said I was going to leave you with the most helpful thing through all of this, right? Because I'm the best and I love every single one of you for watching my channel, truthfully. Swear to God, it's the best thing in the world. Without you guys, I wouldn't be where I am today. So I want to say thank you for that. But we have to make sure that we use this in perpetuity, right? But before I tell you that, don't forget that like button, subscribe button, notification bell. If you're listening to the podcast version, 5 stars would be much appreciated. You're going to take this and then you're going to record it. And I know it's going to be nails on a chalkboard, but I want you to re-listen to it for 2 reasons. One, if you're like, I crushed it, that was fantastic, put it on your website. Hey, by the way, check out our free video, our free training, our free webinar. It's amazing. And put in a bunch of great text that gets people super excited for them to watch it and use it in the future. If it's amazing. If it's not amazing, you can improve on it. You can see what you did right. You can see what you did wrong. Hopefully you followed up with a bunch of people. They gave you some feedback. You make it even better. 3-6 months from now, you provide it. I don't want to say re-record it, but you re-invite people to show up and you make it even better. And you take these tips and you can use them over and over and over again to make the best webinar possible. My videos, they were decent in the back in the day. Back in the day for this channel. I have a whole other channel, Harrison Barron, the Millennial Entrepreneur, if you want to go check it out. That was fantastic. But let me tell you, my videos were terrible, right? They've gotten better and they consistently are getting better because I hear the feedback from you guys. So I consistently try to make it better. So let's cover the 5 steps again so you know exactly what you need. You need to nail the topic and the target audience. You need to structure your webinar for conversion, right? And know what they're going to be converting into, hopefully. Step 3, we want to design engagement points. Something that's going to get people active and also engaging points, things that are going to make people's ears perk up. Step 4, craft a call to action that actually converts. Not a end all be all, book an hour with us, we're going to come in and sell you. Hey, Would you like to book a 15-minute call just to cover what you're working with? And also, if you're not ready yet, boom, we have another little download webinar training, whatever it is that you can also grab. And the last and most important one is promotion and follow up. You have to promote the heck out of it like your life depends on it if you want new customers. And you have to follow up with the people that showed up. And guess what? For those of I love the extra little golden nugget. Like, you got a golden nugget on how to make this work, but there's another golden nugget coming. Even if they didn't show up, call them. Call them, because I can promise you they're gonna be like, "I totally forgot." Hey, don't worry about it. I recorded it. Do you want me to send you the recording? That would be amazing. You gotta promise though. You're gonna watch the whole thing. It's only 30 minutes. I know it's a lot of time, and I understand that's your most valuable resource, but the feedback that we got was incredible, and I think you're gonna love it. Would you actually watch it? Yeah, I'll actually watch it. Sounds great. I'll send it over to you. Let me know when you watch it. I'll call you right after. Maybe we could jump on a quick call. Sound fair enough? It's that I don't want to say easy because there's a bit of work to it, but that is the process. The 5 steps to make a banger webinar that's going to convert like a machine for you. I promise you, if you follow this, you will dominate. I love the heck out of you guys. As always, like, subscribe, notification bell, all that good stuff. Check us out online, growth-generators.com. Go grab some of our free stuff. I work super hard on the free stuff. I want you to use the free stuff. Truthfully, if you go down here, there's a bunch of free stuff. It says free battle card, right, for MSP sales strategy and marketing strategy. It's actually amazing. The acronym cheat sheet if you're brand new in the industry and you don't know any of the acronyms. Sales cheat sheets, objection handlings, the exact objections that you're probably going to be getting with customers, landing your first client step by step. There's so much more. I love the heck out of you guys as always, and I will see you guys in the next video.